So, hello.
Hello.
What's up, my dude?
It's been too long.
Yeah, it has been too long. Do you actually remember the last time that we saw each other, like, face to face?
Was it at that Trip Six show?
I don't know. I can't remember. At,
I
like,
think it was at that Trip Six show we played with Nuggy. I think
where was that? When was
in
that?
in Houston. Oh man, I don't ask me when that was. Jeff's better at shit like that.
Yeah, I have. The last thing I remember before everything went all fucking plaguey was the Escape from the Zoo tour in March, and we had to like
Yep.
cut it short because April from Apes to the State was like gave us a call because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. We were like, we're on the road. We weren't like paying attention to news or anything. We were just trying to get show to show. And
Yeah.
then Ape hit us up and they're like, "Hey, y'all realize there's like a global pandemic happening?" And we're like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't be like gathering a bunch of people all together all at
That's how
once." And
apocalypse movies start.
yeah, right. That's why it was so weird because the last show that we played was Vegas, and usually Vegas is great because we were doing Chatterbox and Escape from the Zoo. I'm like, those kids are always a blast to hang out with. But we showed up in Vegas and there was like 8 people there, and it was in like this sketchy, leaky shed, and like it just seemed off, and it didn't hit me till like a few days later when we were down the road and everyone was like canceling everything. I was like, oh, okay, because I was like, oh, just everyone in Vegas hates us, and then it hit me that like everyone in Vegas is smart and doesn't want to die, so they're just staying at home. It made sense, but we were just like ignorant to the fact that there's
Yeah.
a virus outbreak. We're living in our little van bubble, like you do.
Is it weird that I kind of missed that?
No, not at all. That's the best. I
This is the longest we've gone without playing music together or traveling in
and
my
ever.
seven like, ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I haven't been in Houston this long since I was 14. I think. I mean, well, obviously up until I was 14, but like once I started moving around, I hadn't stopped this long until now, and it's
Yeah.
great because like, I mean, we were going like really hard in the paint for a minute there. Like, I think maybe there was one year that we were all home like 4 weeks out of the year, right?
Yeah.
And like the road's
That was
fun,
rough.
but
It was fun.
that's pretty rowdy. Um,
Yeah.
so it's been nice
That
to
Europe
like,
tour is gonna be rowdy too, though, right?
oh shit, that's gonna
We're
be
gonna be pumped.
I'm so excited for when shows come back. Like it's
I know.
I feel like there's gonna be this weird like hangover period where maybe folks are a little bit skeptical of like or weary of like hanging out in groups still, which is totally
Yeah.
understandable. But like once we get this under control and we figure out what's going on, holy shit, man, those shows are gonna be fucking incredible. Like, can you imagine? Like, oh my god, I miss being in the pit and like I'm a little bit. I'm turning 29 tomorrow, so I'm not like an old guy, but like still like I'm not like when I was 16, I was like hopping in the pit and like push people around every chance I got. I steer clear a little bit, but as soon as I get the
Me
chance,
too.
oh, I'm gonna be right in there. It's gonna be great. Swapping sweat with the best of them for sure.
Getting knocked to the floor.
Oh yeah. So what have you been filling your tons of spare time with?
Video games and
I saw you been
gardening.
put yeah gardening. Those watermelons look fucking great.
Yeah,
That's
they're
fucking.
delicious.
I do not have a green thumb. I can't grow shit. I I've tried. It doesn't work. I'm sure there's a plethora of shit I'm doing wrong, but I can't get nothing to grow. But
I
I
couldn't
saw
at first either.
was
What's
that?
up? I said I couldn't at first either. It took
Yeah.
me a while to like do that. A
I got to get some tips from Whitney's mom. Melissa's got a big old garden back there. She's growing fucking peppers
asparagus.
and asparagus and shit. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know how long it takes asparagus to sprout?
I do
Two
not.
years, 2 or
Jesus.
3 years.
See, I don't even know. I think planting asparagus might send me into like a downward existential spiral. Like, I'd plant something and then I'll be like, I might be dead by the time someone can eat this, and I don't know if I can deal with that. I need something fast, like peppers. I think I could grow. That'd be fine. But
Yeah.
you were talking about video games, and I saw you invited me to that Skyrim group. Thank you for that. Uh, I need to get
It's
back on that Sky.
interesting.
Yeah, especially since I'm home. Like we got the PSVR thing, so we can play. We can like be in Skyrim. It's ridiculous. It's. I'm surprised that I haven't lost myself to it yet. But I saw your what was the you're having trouble with the quest. You were like posting for help
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, with that quest or that quest where you get drunk with that dude at the bar and then like have to retrace your steps.
That's the best
Like where
one.
do you
It's like the
yeah.
Hangover, the Hangover of
You get
Skyrim.
like the exactly, and you get like the best weapon too, or it's like a staff
That's the one
and
where it
it
just like
brings
does random shit every now and again. Or
it's the rose that brings a Dremora to like help fight for you for 60 seconds.
oh, word. What weapon am I thinking of? Because there's one that I
The
got.
Waba Jack.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's the weapon that I got the last time on the last tour where we were all in the same band. Veronica and you and I were all playing Skyrim, and I finally got the Waba Jack, and it's just ridiculous. Like sometimes it's awesome, and sometimes it just sucks. Still,
Yeah, yeah.
my favorite weapon in Skyrim, just because it's of the humor that can
Absurdity.
be wrought.
Yeah, yeah. Turn your enemies that you're fighting into like bunnies.
Yeah, fucking great. So, I thought that was the same quest though, because I no that the Wabajack one brings you into like some weird ethereal plane, right? Where you're like there's like
Yeah,
a
like some
dinner
dude's
table.
mind. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the
And
one.
you have to like figure out how to. There's like three separate. I can't really remember it. I don't know. It's wild though. That was a good one, for sure.
Yeah.
There's so much in that game that I just have not seen. Like the springs. I don't know if I was talking to you about it, but there's just like a bunch of folks like lounging, like hanging out in a sauna, like in the
Yeah, you and
middle of.
Veronica showed me that, I think, actually.
Veronica showed you that.
Yeah,
See,
because
I
there's
wanted.
not a map quest, like a map marker or any, like,
Yeah, it's just
it
like in
doesn't.
the middle of the map somewhere.
I
See,
found a skooma den like that, too.
it's just like a bunch
It's
of
like,
folks just getting high as shit, just like
dude, it's like this shack in the middle of nowhere, just like a shitty little shack, and you walk in and there's someone sitting behind the counter and they ask you some questions, something like, you want to like have a drink or whatever, and they're like, just keep it quiet, and then you go down into the basement and it's like all these people like
just pass the fuck out. That's too good. Hell yeah, yeah, it's shit like that.
all
It's
these
like
topics, dude.
the fucking the Skyrim VR is wild. Like I remember when Onion Jessamine, the drummer for Escape from the Zoo, for y'all who don't know, was living with us like a year and a half ago. We got PSVR and we got the Skyrim VR is like the first thing that we got because like Megan and myself and Veronica and Jessamine and Coy everyone that we tour with is like super into Skyrim. We're like we have to like check out the VR version, right? And we were just fucking flipping out. Like it's like the first thing that we did was go bar hopping. So we went to like the Winking Skeever to like look around and like It was just so fucking wild, man. Like it was so cool
Oh, it must have
revisiting.
been
Like,
beautiful too.
oh, it's gorgeous. If you have the means to get PSVR, which well, I guess that shit's probably like rocketed up in price now that everyone's like at home. But for a while, it was really cheap because it was kind of like seemed like it was like failed hardware, I guess, because there wasn't like a lot going on with it, maybe. But yeah, if you can, Skyrim VR is the jam. It's exactly what you think it's gonna be like. Like you look up and see like a fucking dragon flying around. It'd be awesome if we could get like the mods where you can make like the dragons Thomas the Tank Engine and shit. Imagine seeing that in VR. That'd be phenomenal.
Oh shit, that'd be good shit.
So you just been growing shit and playing games, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I started kickboxing a little bit too. One of my friends is a teacher. One of
Oh
my really
shit!
good friends. So like, yeah,
Damn,
that's been fun.
very nice.
Because after a while, I was like, dude, I have to like get some kind of release, I guess.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
you have to move a little bit, like
Yeah,
that's
get some exercise going in.
yeah, no shit. There's a minute where like I mean, I've been keeping myself busy and trying to do like live streams and stuff, but it's really easy to just get couch locked, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like playing Skyrim or some shit like that. Like, there's nothing else you can do. Like, if I answer all the messages for the day and stuff, and like have nothing to do, I'll just sit there and let my thighs atrophy and disappear into some video game world. There's got to be
Exactly.
yeah. So good on you for literally standing up and doing something. That's rad.
Hell yeah.
Right on, right on. Well, I guess I'm gonna let you go so I can check in with Jeff and Whitney and make sure that they haven't evaporated into, you know, couch dust bunnies.
All right.
But it was incredible seeing your lovely face. I miss you so much. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can kick it and play Skyrim together before too terribly long.
Yep, I concur. I miss you. It was great talking to you. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Be safe. Mwah.
Bye. You too.